Mostly in Payne's bedtime stories. My favourite song from this year so far would have to be Circles, I think, by Post Malone. I think it's a really, really great song. I hope to cover it at some point. I just think his whole album in general, like literally it's like all over the top 50 at the moment, so well done, Posty.
You can also choose your new single.
Obviously as well, my single is out this year. I haven't had a song out in just over a year now, I think it is, so I am super excited and very proud of this one, so I hope you like it. It is kind of, I'd say it was Strip That Down's younger brother who likes money. But this was the thing about this song. I was kind of, when it was Ed Sheeran who wrote it, when he sent me the song over, it was kind of the point that I didn't want it just to be about money, because I think, you know, having a lot of money is nice, obviously that's great, and we all want to work hard for what we have, but there's got to be a reason for it, and that's either someone you love or care about, or something around that sort of thing, rather than making money with someone than just a number that kind of sits in an account, because that's pretty pointless. My best moment on stage as a solo artist, I would say, at the moment, I managed to do a gig where we did, I think it was just over 110,000 people in Dubai. When I was on the stage, I didn't really realise how many people were out there. I was actually scared before I got there that no one was going to turn up. I thought, like, what if only 200 people turn up? Because it was a huge space. But when we actually got to the show, there was loads of people, and you kind of go into autopilot, so I just started doing my job. And then when I got off and they told me that we'd broken some kind of record for like a top 20 list of people who have done the biggest outdoor shows, I think it was. And I'm literally on this list next to Michael Jackson, which is obviously the craziest moment you can have as a solo artist. So that's got to be one of my favourite moments on stage so far. I actually got the privilege to join a friend of mine called Ant Middleton, who used to be in the SAS, and we went to Namibia. And we literally slept outside for 3 days, and it was almost like part, not really survival, but it was part like endurance of nature, let's say, and also like a really big interview. So we went quite in deep on things, some things about him and his life in the SAS, some things about my life and, you know, doing what I do. But it was just so beautiful. I can remember we were staying in the middle of a safari, so we didn't stay in the hotel at the safari, we were like in the middle with all the animals, which was super scary and super crazy. We just had a campfire, and then, you know, by the time you lie down on your bed, because we slept literally outside, looking up at the stars, and you can see the milk, you can see everything. And you know, when you stay in big cities all the time, you don't really get to see that. So it was a completely different magical experience for me, actually, and I'll never forget it. My favourite TV show, which has been actually for the past few years, I would say, is Peaky Blinders, which is based, if you haven't seen it, it's based around a gang from Birmingham from the 1920s. And some of my family are actually from Birmingham, so I know all the places that they talk about my house. But it's just a really cool show. The fashion in the show is amazing, the characters are great. Yeah, it's just a really good show, so check it out.
Would you like to join the cast?
I had a meeting with the guy who writes the show. I'd love to go on and do it for sure, but I think they want me somebody slightly older, because of the nature of what the character was, but the character's actually from my hometown, which is Wolverhampton. And they're all true characters. There's slight fiction around some of the things that they do, but all the characters are true people who actually existed in the 1920s. So yeah, I'd love to be on it at some point.